Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Fabrizio Romano here as always to keep you posted on the transfer market. Today guys, we enter into several things to discuss. We will go from Antoine Semenyo to another Brazilian talent, Ryan and Kees Smit, another talent, 19-year-old, and more to say on Manchester United. Let's jump into it together. And here we are guys, we are entering into important days. The January transfer window is coming and the first movements into the January transfer window are actually coming. Let me start by mentioning the situation of Antoine Semenyo, the winger from Bournemouth, because I've been telling you before Christmas how the decision of the player is to join Manchester City, a very clear decision by Antoine Semenyo, who wants to become a new Manchester City player who wants to make it happen. And now, as I told you a few days ago, Manchester City from today till the next 2-3 days will be in touch with Bournemouth to close as soon as possible the deal for Semenyo. What Manchester City are prepared to try to do is to try to reach an agreement with Bournemouth. So something like, okay, £65 million is the value of the player, release clause until January 10th. Let's try to reach an agreement together on the structure of the payments, on all details of this package. So City and Bournemouth will be in direct club-to-club negotiations after Manchester City agreed terms with Antoine Semenyo. Then, if they can't agree to a package, there is still the release clause, and Man City are still prepared to pay eventually the release clause. But if they can find a solution with Bournemouth, they would be happy. So this is the solution they will try to find at Manchester City together with Bournemouth. The two clubs will be in direct contact. From tomorrow, any moment could be good for the next couple of days to try to reach an agreement and seal the deal for Antoine Semenyo. So here we go, is still expected soon. Let's wait for these steps and then Antoine Semenyo could become the first big move, big signing for 2026 in international football, in English football, for Manchester City. Semenyo, who is really looking forward to the opportunity to play under Pep Guardiola, to join Manchester City project, to try to win trophies for the future, of course, but also this season already. Because City are doing fantastic and Semenyo feels that this move is for present and future as well in terms of winning trophies. So discussions well underway to close this deal for Antoine Semenyo. On the other side of Manchester, guys, I wanted to clarify a couple of things. The first one on Rúben Neves, as I saw many of you asking me about what I said the other day here on the channel. Let me be clear. I didn't post even anything on Rúben Neves on my social media because there is no news on Rúben Neves in terms of negotiations, in terms of bids, in terms of talks. What Manchester United did is to be in touch with the agent who also represents Rúben Neves. But Man United didn't start a real negotiation with Rúben Neves, with Al Hilal to sign the player. So at this stage, nothing is moving. They spoke about several players. Not just Rúben Neves, several opportunities, something like ideas, opportunities, talents. Rúben Neves is represented by one of the most powerful agents in football. So that's something absolutely normal. But nothing has really changed so far. So Man United have not started the negotiation for Rúben Neves. Man United have spoken to the agent of Rúben Neves, who is also the agent of many players, young, talented players around Europe. So that's something important to clarify. In terms of midfielder, one of the names I want to maintain since August on Manchester United shortlist is Carlos Baleba. Because Man United, I can guarantee that, even in their internal talks at the club, have not stopped discussing the name of Carlos Baleba, because Baleba is seen still as an ideal solution by Rúben Amorim and people at the club. So Baleba, together with Adam Wharton at Crystal Palace, together with Elliot Anderson at Nottingham Forest, is seen as one of the ideal midfielders for Rúben Amorim. So Baleba is super appreciated by Man United. Then, January window, January move is still seen as unlikely, but any moment, January or summer, if Brighton decide to open doors to an exit for Baleba, Man United remain absolutely interested in the player. Man United remain in contact with people close to the player. And I can tell you more, there were rumors in December, so this month, in the past couple of weeks, about Bayern. Bayern being in talks, being interested in Carlos Baleba. From what I am told, Bayern at this stage are not working on a deal for Carlos Baleba. They feel that the player wants to stay in England. They feel that the player already last summer wanted to go to Manchester United. And so Bayern are informed about that. They have not started the proper negotiation for Baleba as of today. If something will change in the summer, I will let you know. But as of today, January 2026, Bayern are not working, seriously working on a deal to sign Carlos Baleba. On Bayern, guys, let me mention something to you. I can confirm the Brazilian reports on Rayan, this Brazilian winger, 19 years old, from Vasco da Gama. Rayan is on the shortlist of Bayern. Bayern are following this player, shortlist in terms of scouting. So one of the players Bayern have been scouting and monitoring. Ryan is doing very well for Vasco da Gama in Brazil, and Bayern are following the player. Then, at the moment, still no official bid on the table, still no official negotiations, but I can confirm that Bayern are following Ryan. It's not only Bayern, because there are several European clubs interested in this boy, but Bayern are keen. Bayern are following the player, Bayern are interested. Let's see if Bayern will decide to attack, but there was already some initial contact to understand the situation, and so for sure Ryan is one of the players they are tracking, they are following. Let's see, because Ryan in terms of South American wingers is for sure one of the most interesting. One of the most interesting 19-year-old talents in Europe is Kees Smit, the midfielder, Dutch midfielder from AZ Alkmaar. Trust me, guys, on this boy, who I think will move eventually not before the summer, so at the moment is not a concrete deal for January, it's something to watch eventually for the summer or for the future in January. General, all the top clubs are interested. Real Madrid have been scouting the player, for sure. Clubs in England have been scouting the player, for sure. Top clubs in England. And not only, so all the top clubs are interested in this boy. When you see in the media 45, 50 million euros for Kees Smit, what I can guarantee to you today is that AZ Alkmaar are not, absolutely not selling the player for 45, 50 million euros. Way more is needed to sell the player, not in this January transfer window. And sources tell me that AZ have already received proposals for something around eventually 60 million euros, and AZ said no. So for them, the player is worth way more than the reported 45, 50 million euros. The price is higher. So for Kees Smit, there is a lot of interest. Several clubs keen in Spain, Real Madrid, in England, all the top clubs. So there is a lot of attention in this boy. He's going to join a top club for sure. But again, at this stage, still not a deal for the January transfer window. And so guys, let me your thoughts on all these stories from Rúben Neves to Baleba and then Kees Smit, Ryan, Semenyo, your opinion guys, here in the comments. Remember to like this video, turn on the notification bell, subscribe to the channel. See you soon.